In my experience in life, I kind of went along to get along, and I was a bit of a follower a lot of the time. The reason I say not to be a follower is because you might follow someone right off a cliff, and that's true. Um, People over time have judged me for my good works. Like literally, people have not liked me because of who I am in a good sense. And people have not liked me for who I am in a bad sense, which fluctuated. It does with everybody. Good and evil is within you, and you decide whether you let your anger change the day or whether you just go do some yoga. But the point is, not only is not everybody gonna like you, but it's guaranteed some people are gonna hate you. And has nothing to do with who you are or what you've done specifically. It has more to do with the past, what someone's learned, and how they apply it to the present. With obviously the filter of their own life and emotion. The filter to me is your current mood state, which these days can be rather dicey. It's kind of up in the air how people are going to feel. But it's not a bad thing. You're entitled to your feelings. You're entitled to your speech. You're entitled to your religion. You're entitled to your guns, all that stuff. But you should, and I just think this, you should just know that regardless of how good you're doing and the amount of respect you think you've earned or the amount of work you think you've put in, don't assume that that's going to be like slapped on the credit card or the report card. Sorry, the report card of life. It's not. Like, the good things you do don't stack up and then count against the bad things. I wish that was the case. The social credit score is not the worst idea because it illuminates people who would want to participate in shit behavior. And it's not that we want to illuminate anybody specifically, but illumination of shit behavior is not the worst consequence of things. And so that's sort of the birth and reasoning behind my logic and my story, is that not only am I gonna hate people for the wrong reasons sometimes, or make mistakes for the wrong reasons, or even get karma for what I think is the wrong reasons, be liked or unliked. Stuff never really computes on a level where, because you're not the center of the universe is really what it comes down to. And if you're putting in hard work, if you're doing great, if you're confident and successful, that's awesome. But you got to learn to love yourself enough to give you respect. If you can't give yourself the love and the common decency of like taking care of yourself, and this is where I fall short too. I've more recently have been on the wagon with like vitamins and water and being healthier, going out and working, and as soon as I did, I got really sick, and that sucks. But it's affected my new job. Honestly, it's needless to say. I mean, you start a job, you work 2 days, and then you get sick, and they're already short-handed, and it's like, I'm not gonna make sandwiches for people while I'm sick. I don't believe in that. I think that we're all vaccinated for a reason, and I think that people wear masks for a reason, and I'm just not too confident about like, oh, it's not COVID, or I'm not gonna kill anybody. Like, it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse when you're doing this stuff. It's integrity. And I think that there is a fine line that people walk where they say that it's integral to go to work sick, but then they go back and still agree with the narrative of, well, test for this, test for that, even the flu's not strong, it can't hurt anybody. Like, no, the flu is strong. COVID-19 is not the only thing that can kill someone. 60-year-old woman with COPD, could die from the common cold or from the flu. It's not that it's like highly likely, but when you're making food, you might as well not get people sick, right? Anyways, I'm a stickler for food prep, and I'm also, I'm disappointed in how this job has started, and I killed the interview, The DM sort of made a weird-ass comment to me about how she has one of me at home, which, I'm not an object, so you don't, but that's okay, you could think what you want. Life behind bars, right?